We just want to know what part of Memphis you're from. This is So Memphis podcast, so we always ask, when we have guests on, what part of Memphis you're from, grew up in.
Okay, well, first of all, I want to thank you all for having me.
Yeah, definitely.
So I was born on a street called Linwood in Whitehaven.
Okay.
So I lived in Whitehaven probably until I was about 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
My dad then moved south. My mom moved east.
Okay.
So I'm kind of one of those people. I lived everywhere in Memphis. So I'm familiar with the East Memphis. I'm familiar with the Perkins, Fox Meadows.
Okay.
So my mom recently, she just moved from Fox Meadows. Probably she was in the house 27 years.
Wow.
She moved in March.
Okay.
Wow.
So that's the house I pretty much grew in. So I was kind of in that Wooddale, Sheffield area.
Yeah, definitely.
And then my dad, he moved further east and east, so I experienced both.
Both ends.
Yep,
Okay.
both ends. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. What high school did you attend?
So I graduated from Germantown.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, graduated from Germantown High School, class of 06.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, definitely.
That's good stuff, man. We always like to know, we always try to bring our guests on. We bring in Memphians that grew up,
Right.
that experienced the whole lifestyle of Memphis, grew up
Right.
through the lifestyle, and also that's putting Memphis on, in any area, any field. We just want to, show the good things that come up, that bloom up out of the city.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you was to describe Memphis
Mhm.
in one word, what would it be?
I would probably say passion.
That's good. Okay.
Yeah, I like to, because I've traveled, I've lived other places,
Okay. Okay.
and when you get done, there's no place like Memphis.
Yeah.
And even when you go to different cities,
Yeah.
those people, when you go somewhere, and I don't care what side of the fence they're on,
Yeah.
what economic background they have, when you say Memphis,
Yeah.
people, they're interested.
Yeah.
Whether it's sports,
Yeah.
food,
Yeah.
entertainment,
Yeah.
art. I mean, so there's a sense of pride when I travel and I say I'm from Memphis. The questions, they automatically start.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good.
So it's kind of, in this way, it's his own country. Like, if you live in California, you're a West Coast guy. You live in
Right.
New York, you're an up north guy.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
from Memphis? You Memphis.
Yeah.
You
So
Memphis.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Memphis.
Yeah.
Oh, so Memphis.
Yeah. You so Memphis.
Yeah.
I'm not from Tennessee.
I'm from Memphis. It's his own. It's his own thing. It's his own thing. Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of like, growing up, you got both playing sports.
Right.
People were like, do y'all root for volunteers? I'm like, no, we from
Right.
Memphis.
Right. Hey, look,
Yeah.
I've never been to Knoxville.
Yeah. They don't understand. Like, you don't root for the Vikings. No, we from Memphis.
Right.
Yeah, we from
Right.
University of Memphis, Memphis State Tigers. That's our team, right?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
I was talking the other day.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Yeah.
I've never been to Knoxville or
Yeah.
Chattanooga. I'm almost embarrassed because I've been everywhere else.
Yeah.
But that don't count. That's not Memphis. Once you leave Memphis, you go to Atlanta or
Yeah.
you go to Kentucky.
Yeah.
Them other cities.
It's not a place of you just go and just want to go visit.
Right.
Definitely. Yep.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, that was our, Memphis State, University of Memphis, that was our professional team.
Right.
When you say passion,
Right.
I think about that. How passionate the city is about the Tigers.
Right.
And then now we got the Grizzlies.
Right.
Have you seen that passion, the same passion with the Grizzlies? Because we know you work with the Grizzlies in some capacity.
Right.
Have you seen the same passion from the Tigers and the Grizzlies? Have you seen that with the people?
Well, I have. For one, the Memphis basketball, it has its spark again for sure.
Right.
And I think Penny's doing a great job of now he's recruiting these Memphis kids to be the face of his program. And it's not just taking Memphis kids because you got to take a Memphis kid.
Right.
But it's not letting the best Memphis kids get away. You know, and I think what happens is the fan base, you rally around these kids. You've seen them since 7th and 8th grade, right? So naturally it's easy to now want to root for a kid. If you can root for every other kid that's been here that are not from here, why wouldn't you root for your own, right? And then what I'm seeing even on the Grizzlies side is, you know, typically NBA guys, they can go anywhere in the world. The season ends, they're out. These guys, they kind of hang around. Even when they get traded, they keep houses and shit, right? You wouldn't know the guys that'll play here 10 years ago that still own property. And so I think that it saves a lot.
Yeah, I always heard that. Wow. So you think that's because the way they're embraced by the city that has to do it, or what dynamics contributed to that?
I think it's almost like if you could play sports in a college town, but it'd be the size of a big city. I think that's kind of what.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what people feel when they come here. And Memphis it's big, but it's not too big that it doesn't lose its intimacy. Right. So if you're anything in this town, and you have a good name and people support you, like you're going to have a following. And I tell people all the time, I said, I think Memphis is the only city where you can open a business, get in trouble, shut it down, open another one with a different name, and they'll give you a chance. We'll give you a second chance. We'll give you a second chance. Now, we're gonna let you know. We'll give you a second chance.
That's true.
That's true.
That's love from the city right there. Yeah, man. But I would say, you've traveled. You said you traveled different places,
right?
I know most of the time Memphis is. I go out of town, different places. They ask about food,
right?
Or sometimes I travel basketball and stuff. So, and they ask about basketball. Is there anything outside of those two that we know are big in this city that out of towners normally interested in?
I would say another thing that they're really becoming interested in is the real estate here.
Okay.
I mean, because what people realize, shoot, I got $300,000 in Memphis, I can live like a king.
That's true.
Take $300,000 to California and see where you live. So it's affordable. It's fun. You got good food. You got good culture. We got some things that are coming to the city that I feel like will put us on that main stage even more. And I would say, you know, just me being a real estate guy, I'm always looking at data, right? So what people don't realize is, you know, the reason why we can have an all-star game or a Jay-Z concert, a Beyonce concert.
I heard it was a hotel.
Not enough hotels.
I've heard.
Not enough hotels.
I didn't know if that was true.
So we're getting in the process of getting 23 new hotels downtown. We're getting the Lowe's that just opened the Hyatt. So all of these mainstream hotels, we're getting it. Like we're getting it. So I tell my investors all the time, I'm like, listen, you're gonna go to sleep and wake up, and Memphis is gonna be a mini Atlanta within the next 5 to 7 years.
Wow.
It's kind of like Nashville took that turn.
But the thing is, when Nashville is so high, and Nashville doesn't have the land that we have. So you go to Nashville, it's beautiful in one spot. Now it's pretty, it's clean, but it's one spot. You go to Atlanta, you're like, is that downtown? Is that downtown? I mean, it's just they have all these metropolitan pockets, and I think it will look more like Atlanta, Houston, and then you got Nashville, Dallas, Charlotte. You know, we'll fall into that more Atlanta, Houston look. Kind of have any kind of life you want. You know, if you want affordability, we got a pocket for you. If you want high end, we got a pocket for you. You know, versus some cities, like you either got it or you don't.
Yeah.
Nashville, you got it or you don't.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true. That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
LA, you got it's no middle class.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
I've seen it in a lot of big cities like Chicago.
Yeah.
You know, there's a big disparity
Right.
between the economic state and
Right.
also like the real estate. Like, Chicago got what's called $1 million a mile.
Right. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And so that was the first place I've been where I saw people like having dogs and purses.
Right.
I was like, this ain't the same Chicago.
Right.
We
Right.
got to see it in.
Yeah.
And so that brings to light what you're saying, that disparity.
Right.
And so Memphis, that's one thing about it. Like at a Grizzly game or a Tiger game,
Right.
you'll see everybody cheering together.
Together.
You know what I'm saying? And rooting the team on.
Right.
Yeah.
And they kind of like what you said with that passion.
Yeah.
That passion you find here in the city. And so, how has that passion fueled you to become successful in your field?
Well, like for me, I love saying I'm from here, and I love the things we're doing here. I often and I do business with people all over the world.
Right.
And they're often, when I first started, they say, listen, if you come to Dallas, you can kill it.
Yeah.
If you move to LA, you can kill it.
Right.
And my thing is, I want to kill it in Memphis,
Yes,
right? So you come to my city and let me show you,
right?
And that's one of the things I do. I've grown the niche of investors.
Okay.
They're in California,
Right.
they're in Utah, they're in
Right.
Montana. I mean,
Right.
they're all over the country. And I've been able, in my own little private world,
Right.
to say, this is why you need to be in Memphis. And what happens, though, they get on the plane and they come here and they see,
Yeah.
the first thing people say when they come to Memphis, man, this town got so much potential.
Yeah. That's true.
But now it's just getting the Memphians to see.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to Atlanta. You don't have to go to Dallas. You don't have to. You can do it right here.
Yeah.
You can do it right. It's just tapping in and really being focused on the ideals and how fertile it is here.
Yeah.
But that also starts, we were talking earlier about the exposure piece.
Yeah.
When you travel and you come back,
Right.
you appreciate Memphis.
That's true.
But if you haven't been out of Memphis,
Right.
you just like, I want to get out. I want to
Yeah,
get out. I
yeah.
want to get out.
Right,
And my thing has always been, well, if you're not doing it here, you're not gonna do it there.
No,
Exactly.
that's
You know
right.
how
Yeah.
you want to
Memphis.
open up you want to open up a shoe store,
Yeah.
but you know everybody in here, and
Yeah.
there you don't know anybody.
Right,
So what makes
right.
you think they're gonna do business with you?
Exactly.
And all your contacts are here.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
It doesn't make sense to me.
Right,
You know.
right, yeah.
And I'm all about people getting out and
Of course,
exploring. And
yeah.
sometimes you need a change of scenery.
Yeah.
But if I ever needed a change of scenery, it's not going to be because I felt Memphis was here.
Yeah.
Right? I would rather bring those opportunities and be able to articulate how great our city can be,
Yeah.
and then bring that influence here.
Yeah.
Right. So, what do you think that comes from? I heard you say earlier, just a moment ago, about getting the Memphians to believe in.
Right.
What do you think
What
the
is that?
disconnect is?
Well, I think podcasts like this, for one,
Okay.
and I think like we have a lot of self-made people.
Mhm.
So that's why people think this is a poor city,
Yeah.
because everyone tends to make their money and just kind of stay over in their corner, right? And then you drive certain neighborhoods and you like, I ain't know Memphis had houses like this.
Yeah.
Right? What do they do? What do they do? What do they do?
Yeah.
Because you don't know, because we don't have. You can't get a $2 million bonus working at CNN in Memphis, or
Right.
a Coca-Cola CEO or
Yeah.
Pepsi CEO, right?
Right.
So the self-made people
Right.
now have to get over that. I'm afraid to show you what I got because I think you may take it, right? I consider
That's
that the
good.
poor man mentality.
Yeah.
And I think what that will do is, like there are people in town. Have you guys ever heard of a rice broker?
No.
Well, you can be a rice broker and make $15 million a year.
Wow.
I don't know how, but I know somebody that know it right there, right? And they live right here in town.
just
Wow.
finna
They
ask
live
you
right
how.
here. They live right here in town. So,
Wow.
so being able to just expand that thinking,
Yeah.
and you don't have to. You can live here in your. You can do business all over, especially in the world we're in now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's, I think, just the exposure of people coming together,
Mhm.
collaborating, bringing good ideas,
Yeah.
and just kind of exposing the people that are behind without that sense of they're taking from me, or if I
Yeah.
teach them, I'm gonna lose out.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a realtor, and I love talking to people about getting in real estate.
Okay.
Because I know, for one, if you call one of my clients and I'm doing what I need to do,
Right.
they're not going to talk to you about buying a house from you, right? So why would I not share with you?
Yeah.
And they're
Even if they did, yeah.
even if they did, well, I wasn't as close to them as I thought.
Right.
That's something on my part that I didn't do.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that mindset of that, it allows people to have confidence and know that I can go to my brother or my sister and seek knowledge, and they'll do right by me with, you know, nobody's gonna do it for you,
Right.
but I can at least start traject a path that'll lead me in the right direction.
Good. Yeah.
So headed, you talked about Memphis, that 5 to 7 year period.
Right.
Really, like what are some of the, you talked about the hotels.
Right.
What are some of the other things
That are coming.
Yeah, that are coming in.
So they're about to open up a movie studio here. Have y'all heard of that?
I heard that recently.
In Whitehaven.
Yeah, I heard that.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think what that does is now it gives the affluent people that may have moved out of Whitehaven, that grew up in Whitehaven, that may have went to Germantown,
Yeah.
and they may still want to live in white areas like Whitehaven, but they say, well, there's nothing out there. No health, right?
Yeah.
But now as you start to build that up, now I'll pay $350 for a house in Whitehaven, right? I got a Chick-fil-A.
Mhm.
I can get my kids some ice cream. I can get my coffee. I can go hang out downtown. I'm by the airport. I'm by the basketball arena. It's desirable, right? So now you build up around it, and then I think you're gonna start seeing those people coming back. And I can tell you now, the prices are going up.
Yeah.
Yeah. 5 years now, 5 years ago, you could buy a house for $50 grand in Whitehaven. An investment property now is gonna cost you $120. And you got builders and developers moving into that area. So they got new construction, $330,000. That's a good sign. Because it's saying these people, I could afford Carville, but this is where I want to live. Nothing wrong with that. But I can be so much closer to everything I need.
Not being way out. Because normally when you wanted to, get more square footage or that, so you usually have to move out to get it. But with them building in, you can still keep all those amenities in the inner city.
And then you would say, I would love to live, I would say probably the 50 to 40-year-olds, a lot of their parents and grandparents, they still live in those communities. And the baby boomers are getting older. So now you think about, okay, can I get to my parent? Can I get to my grandparent? I can't come from ease and my mom 80 years old living in the house by herself. But I also have 4 kids, and I want to make sure I live in the area where they can go out and ride their bikes and eat healthy food, and there's some form of shopping, right? And then that's what draws me. Now, if I can get all those things, or 4 out of 5 of the things, and be able to get to my loved ones with a phone call, this makes sense.
Definitely. I agree. So real estate, I know you're talking about expanding in different areas. So specifically, where do you see real estate headed in Memphis?
So the prices are definitely going up.
Okay.
But some of that is good because our city is growing. And that's just, you can't have it all, right? You can't have it all. So prices are going up, but also Memphis is spreading. Like I think before long, Memphis is gonna be in Oakland. That's gonna all be considered the city, not the city.
Right.
I live in Oakland.
Pushing
Okay,
out the
that's not that far.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
somebody tell you live in Oakland, you like, I'm not coming to your house.
Yeah.
Meet me in Bartlett.
Yeah. But at one time, that was Bartlett was considered a
long way.
all
Cordova was a long
it
way.
was. It's all about, like you're saying,
Yep.
that expansion.
Yep.
And that expansion, I always say expansion leads to exposure.
Right.
And, and vice versa. Exposure leads to expansion. And so when you expose to different things, it allows you to expand.
Right.
And not just physically but mentally.
Right.
'Cause I remember one time, like working with the youth group, we took some kids from South Memphis to Wolf Chase Mall.
Yep.
And they thought we were going out of town.
Y'all going to Nashville.
Yeah. They thought Wolf Chase was Nashville.
Right.
Because they had never been exposed to it.
Right.
But now like they were able to see that, and so now they know that also they saw other people that look like them in the area in the mall, and they know it's possible for them to not if they want to stay in South Memphis, that's fine.
Right.
But if they want to move, also they know that's possible.
Exactly.
And so you being a young black man successful, what are some of the things that you're able to bring to the table to with the youth as far as let them know this is possible.
Right. And I think it being for one, staying approachable, and not getting caught up in yourself, which as naturally that's easy to do. You get so caught in my bill that you often forget to just look in your rearview mirror and bring somebody with you. So what I like to do, I like to speak to youth. And I'm not a public speaking guy, but anytime someone asks me to speak, I say yes before I can think about it. Because what happens is you talk yourself out of it. And I'll tell you, I'm the only child, and people think because I sell a lot of houses and I smile that I'm a socialite. I'm really not. Like it drains me naturally it drains me, but I know it's good for the soul and it's good for the people that I'm talking to. So I like to go to I've talked at several classroom schools just talking about finance and business and just letting those kids know, like, listen, when I come talk to you, I'm not coming to fuss, and we're gonna have a real conversation. I went to a school, and this is a funny story. I forgot which school it was. And so all the kids, I said, if you got $1 million, what would you do? So all the kids, I want a Range Rover, I want a house, I want to buy me some Gucci, I want to write it, and I'm writing them on the board. I'm just they're having a good time. I said, and I think we were saying they were professional athletes, right?
Okay.
So I go, all right, you got $1 million, so you bought your Range Rover, that's $140. You bought your house, that's $300. All right, you bought all the Gucci. Let's say you spent $50,000 on Gucci, right? I said, what about your friends that got in trouble, keeping you out of trouble? You gonna take care of them, right? Now, oh yeah, I'm gonna give my boy. I'm gonna give him 120. I'm writing on the board, right? I'm writing on the board. I said, well, what about your girlfriend? I said, let's just say you had a child. I said, what about your girlfriend? I ain't giving her nothing. Wait a minute. You ain't gonna give her nothing? All right, I give her 100,000. I said, we're about 400,000. I said, you gonna pay taxes?
I was waiting on that.
Right. They're like, taxes? I said, yeah. I said, so you're a professional athlete. You paying taxes in every city that you have a game in, right? So you don't got a $20 million deal, you got an $11 million deal. I said, so you broke already? They said, look, man. I said, so you see how fast you just blew through this money? So I enjoyed that, but it was a real conversation. And I'm just up there writing. I'm like, okay, that's cool. What you? Oh man, I gotta get that Gucci. All right, cool. And then you broke. Right? And in a joking way, that's what adults do.
It's true.
That's what adults do. Like we were out in the hall, we were laughing. I said, oohs and ahs cost too much.
It sure do.
Yeah, it costs too much. So I enjoy stuff like that in just an intimate setting where you can be real. You can be real. And I had kids and they call me out. I give them my phone number and the email address. And they, hey, Mr. James, I thought about what you said, man. Look, the kid was ticked off. I spent all my money. Like, yeah, dude, you broke. And you gonna be an NBA player working at McDonald's part time.
Well, kids enjoy that though.
Yeah, they
enjoy you being real with them. They enjoy the authenticity.
Right.
Is what I'm trying to say. But they do enjoy it.
Yep.
And because I taught for about 5 years. I
Okay.
worked in the school system for a while, and I did an exercise similar to what you're saying. I taught algebra. Okay. And I had high schoolers. I think their class had anywhere from freshmen to juniors in the class, and we went down. And I was like, "What do you think is a good paying job?" They gave me an hour salary, so I said, "Okay, we're gonna add it up. Okay, you're gonna get paid every week or every 2 weeks. How you gonna do it?" And we broke it all down. And they was naming all the stuff they gonna do. I gotta have this. I gotta have that. Right. I was like, "Well, you gotta have a cell phone. The phone you gotta talk to you. Right. All that. Right. In the negative. Red negative. I said, y'all have done all this and nobody bought any food.
That's true, yeah.
Insurance.
They put insurance on your vehicle, your house, or whatever.
You can't even put insurance on yourself.
Right.
Nothing.
Shoot. Yeah. Said Joker, when you die, we're gonna just slide you on out the way. Put you in the garbage can.
Little grade size service for them.
Yep.
Push them along.
Right.
But yeah, kids, I think the youth, they need more of that.
They do.
And we talk about exposure, and a lot of them are not being exposed to, a lot of the realists when it comes to, they see the videos, they see the guys with the stacks of cash. Right. They don't understand the taxes.
Right.
They don't understand that. If they're showing their money on IG, the IRS want to know, did you pay your taxes on that money?
Yeah. Did that payment come through? Not yet. Don't worry, he just put a video out. We know exactly where he at.
I actually seen a video like that with what's his name, boxer, Adrian Broner, senior boxer. And they had a video and I seen it. And
really?
They showed the video.
They showed the video in court, and the lady was asking, "Well, what about the money on social media?"
What about that money?
That was my friend's money.
Yeah.
So
now we're gonna get your friend to testify.
Right.
So I see, you see a lot of that, but yeah, that's good, man. I'm glad to, have you in and speaking with us and talking with us.
Absolutely.
We thoroughly enjoy that. We like to hear the good things and the good people and the people that's in Memphis that love Memphis, that promote Memphis. Right. That just put Memphis where it should be, in my opinion. I think we have the greatest city. I really do.
Absolutely.
I really do believe that, and a lot of things you said are confirming it to the people that Memphis is a great place to live. Right. It's just a great place to be.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Anything you want to leave with the people? Say to them.
Man, I think I pretty much covered it. Like I said, my thing is always, any city is what you make it.
Yeah, that's good.
And I just like encouraging people, man, to seek out those people that you feel are maybe a step above. I mean, because you never know. There are people that are willing to lend a hand and show you what they know. Right, it's not expecting anybody to do it for you. Yeah. But they can expand your vision and expand your thinking to make you feel too that anything is possible with hard work.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. Yeah, definitely, man.
It goes back to, if you can make it in Memphis, you can make it anywhere.
You can make it anywhere.